Welcome to 9/20/22. Not what?
What?
Welcome to 9/22.
There you go.
It's a game I did a Let's Try of like a year or two ago, I think, and I found it kind of intriguing. And now it's done. So they finished making it. That's cool. Slightly perplexing start menu.
Yeah,
that it says start from latest chapter and select
latest chapter. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I don't quite know what that
I thought I was
means.
gonna bring my mouse up here and it was gonna say start, and then separately it was gonna say from latest chapter if I highlighted that part. But it all highlights, which makes me worried. What does previous mean?
I wasn't sure if this title was referring to time or the Bible. Oh, that's neat. I don't like menus like this.
Okay,
very
start
much,
from the
but it's
beginning.
neat.
Okay, so this is chapters. It defaults to the newest chapter instead of the beginning for whatever reason. Okay, well, we solved the mystery. We did it.
Okay.
Start from the beginning. Yeah, I found this game intriguing. I don't know if I remember exactly what was happening exactly, but I was definitely like, this game's up to some shit. I'm curious where it's going. Can't believe this shit. It is my worst and most frequent nightmare. 9/22. The clock says 9/22. Shit. I'm in an unfamiliar room I have familiarized myself with. Wait, that's actually kind of great. That's a pretty good line.
That's pretty awesome.
Interesting.
I was also just distracted by the music, but like,
yeah.
A sentence this early on of I'm in an unfamiliar room I have familiarized myself with, that's either a setup of like the writing is going to be fucking great or the writing is going to be fucking terrible, and I don't know what's about to happen. But I'm optimistic. That's very classic.
Yeah. I have to get up. I have to launch myself out of bed. I have to fish for my flip-flops, only to remember that last night I tossed them to the side of the room. My brain registers I'm freezing moments after my pause at the floor. Holy shit. First period starts at 9. Second period starts at 10. Both are Auditorium Hall, 12 minutes away. Clock blinks 9/24. I take a leak. Bounce. I wash my hands. I let the electric toothbrush buzz around inside my skull for 4 mandatory half minutes. It's 9:31. He said his first class is at 9, right?
Yeah, I don't. If you're waking up at 9:22 and your class is at 9, write it off, bro.
Yeah. I shower. No, shampoo. The water is freezing. Another 10 minutes pass. For a moment, I let myself get lost in the shirt that I've chosen. It hadn't been washed since I moved here, and it still smells like mom's detergent. Like mom.
Person's a fucking mess.
I don't think it's a used shirt. I think he just hasn't like used it since he moved here, so it still smells like home. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't smell like detergent anymore. It would smell like gross. 9:43. Just then, when I the slice of bread into the little toaster.
I'm such a fucking sucker for when people use onomatopoeias as verbs. I love that.
I'm a sucker when people use werewolf as a verb. The little gremlin that lives in my chest fastens my throat shut and stomps down on my heart. Come on. Vertigo takes over, but I'm ready for it. Before I even think about it, my knuckles are squeezing one of the bunk bed's metal columns. Don't move. Breathe easy. Keep calm. It will pass in a moment. A moment later, it had passed.
Yay!
Small victories. What time is it? It's 9:46. My eyes are wide, scratchy, and locked to the toaster. I think I may have made a mistake. All bets are on that little dial now, currently set to 2. What does 2 mean? 2 minutes? I should have checked. Well, whatever. I can go without breakfast. I've seen a video about this, because like fucking I don't remember the details that clearly, but like toasters are just fucking weird, and what the numbers mean is totally up in the air, and it definitely does not refer to time.
No.
Or even necessarily heat. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It's super
analog, so
weird.
they
There's just like there's just a
yeah.
built-in mechanism that triggers from the heat essentially for when it releases, and that's you're determining you're adjusting that, but in a way where it'll never tell you what that means. See, all toasters really are just vibes. Like,
Yeah, and it's analog,
too.
so like what that is calibrated with is like a screw at like the bottom of it that you have to like tighten once a year, or else like it drips and doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what video you saw, but this is like Technology Connections through and through. Great channel if you want to watch an
really bad at only
hour-long
watching like pop
explanation.
science channels.
Yeah, it could be something like that.
It was probably like not minute physics, Smarter Every Day or like Veritasium or something.
Yeah.
I feel like when science
I
channels
want
started
to
getting more
see-
sponsored, I stopped liking any of them as much. They got really like tedious to sit through. And they started
Yeah,
constantly
when
going
they
on to how
started
great
doing,
Teslas and space travel
yes.
and AI are, and you're like,
Or where like the whole video is like a subtle advertisement of like some tech
for
thing
Bill
where it's
Gates
like
or Elon Musk.
yeah.
Like, are these
There
all
was a
bot
great
now?
video. There's a great essay by Tom Nichols. Is that the YouTuber's name?
Yes.
Where he talks about this sort of ad strategy where somebody will just pay a channel, like an edutainment channel, to be like, can you talk about self-driving cars for an hour? By the way, we're a company that sells self-driving cars.
Yeah,
Don't
which
mention
is-
us too often, but show our logo a bunch.
That feels really gross, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're
Great
far enough in the video that
Hey.
I can say this without being penalized. This is 922 by Cockhole. That's the creator's
Oh, yeah,
name.
yeah. Cockhole.
I
That was a
about to
big part of why I wanted us to do this.
I was going to introduce the game up front, and I was like, right, I can't open with the name of the creator because of how YouTube punishes swearing at the beginning of videos.
True.
It really tickles me every time I look at the page for this game, and it's like, would you like to follow Cockhole?
Yes.
Follow your nose! Well,
Without
whatever.
Breakfast. Nope.
I can
Shove
go
that
without
fucking
breakfast.
toast in your hand or in your mouth and Sailor Moon it.
Have your classic anime escape.
Yep.
Even if it's not done yet, by 9:48, I'm out. There you
There
go.
we fucking
There's
go.
the shot. There's your toast. You got the toast. God damn it,
Ah.
I'm gonna be late. Well,
Yeah.
normally only 2 trains are supposed to pass through here. One train is headed to Springford and another going the reverse route to Yellow Springs.
Oh, world
Okay.
building.
I will say I have 3 complaints about furry visual novels, about introductions. One is the one where let's introduce 75 characters in a row. The other one is let's wake up in a bed of a big wolf man, and we're like wounded, and he has to take care of us, and we don't leave that room for the first hour of the story. Third is when you wake up at the beginning of a day of school, which is awful most of the time. But it's partly because the pacing is really bad at the beginning of furry visual novels every time.
Yeah.
So they won't just move on. Whereas like this one is just fucking going. So it's like, okay, you're forgiven because it's just like actually going. So it's like moving along and not just being like, so where should I start my story?
Yeah.
I guess the logical place is the start. You're like, no.
It is better. I would still say you can do better than like covering up, like waking up at the beginning of your story and like making it sassy and spunky and full of energy.
I've woken
'Cause it
up at
still
the
doesn't-
beginning of a day of college in like 17 different furry visual novels at this point.
Yeah.
And it's never like this.
Yeah, you should. You can do even better than this though by just like diving directly into what is like special about your character. Like if they're a scientist, they're in the lab. Like, you know, you just fucking go, right? Like, this is better. It's still not where I would like to see something start, but it's way, way better than.
The question is how important
not having
922
attitude.
is.
Well,
If it's up to something. Because the game's just named after the time we started off, which could be an incidental name meaning nothing, or shit's up.
yeah, we'll see.
One train is headed to Springford, another going the reverse route to Yellow Springs. Not
Are they, like,
confusing names at
crossing each
all.
other?
They're scheduled for every hour on the 25th and the 45th minutes, respectively. It's 9:58. What the hell, then, is this?
Hey, buddy, you all right? Hi. Super
Music.
furniture.
Super furniture. This song rocks.
Uh huh.
Oh, it's better. Okay, got it. What?
Holy shit, you're tough to get through.
Some kind of ungulate's towering over me. He's rasping at me over the cacophony like he's on his second pack of smokes.
I'm Kurt from Physics 101. Remember? But how the fuck, where are they? Did they walk? I'm really confused as to what's happening right now.
Well, when you don't live in the west coast of the United States, there's a lot of people who could take other modes of transportation to do their lives. I've never seen this guy in my life.
We have class together? The one we're skipping right now, actually.
I'm not...
Anyway, it's canceled.
Great. I love when you have your face in the corner of the screen for expressions.
Yeah.
How do you know? I'm Spencer, by the way. He takes my outstretched palm. I'm a little relieved that he doesn't turn the mashed potatoes. He doesn't turn it into mashed potatoes. He doesn't obliterate your hand.
Got a message this morning. Can you get it?
No, I guess it... Oh. I forgot to turn airplane mode off.
Dude, nice. But...
He spaces out for a moment. But what? He blinks at me a couple times while he's surprised I'm still there.
If your Wi-Fi's off, what were you staring at your phone for so long for?
I've been staring at the
Wow.
clock.
What a sentence.
Just today's agenda. It's good to be prepared, you know?
You have it downloaded or something?
Anyway, what's this about class being canceled? Kurt fumbles with his phone for a moment and then flashes it in my face.
Some bigwig politician. Any idea who that is?
None.
You don't know because you're a freshman, but you are a freshman, right?
Yeah.
This happens every so often. Some self-important asshole comes by unannounced and shuts down the whole school.
Huh. Why?
Fucked if I know. They usually deliver a speech. Takes an entire hour, yeah? I don't go to those. Here's the best part. Since the profs are all busy dealing with this crap, guess what happens for the rest of the day?
Sorry, I wasn't ready for the music to take that long of a break and come back.
Yeah. Loop. Now. That's right. Nothing. No classes, no cafeteria, no one gets in or out. Absolutely fuck all.
Wait, hold on a moment. My chest tightens.
Huh?
What do you mean no one comes in?
What?
You said no one gets in.
Yeah, the guards at the gates just tell you to piss off.
Then why are you going to school?
I like school.
No, I mean... Holy shit, this guy. I mean... What about physics?
It's canceled, dude.
What about the calculus midterm?
I'm not in that class, but it's definitely postponed.
The intro to bi coursework?
Is it bi or BI?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was gonna find out if I like women or not.
Either. End it in tomorrow.
I poked the side of my phone to make the screen light up. 10:07.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah. So... Are you going to sneak in?
Yeah, dude. You want to see how?
Eerie. Just piecing together, like, why the fuck is he here then if school's canceled?
This is all really fucking weird.
They're gonna sneak in to see the politician and get shot.
Yeah. Hooray!
It's exactly like what Kurt said it would be. The guard greets me and asks me for my card, calls me a mister by my full name. Is there not any way I could enter, I ask? Sorry, he says, I paraphrase, but you gotta piss off.
You don't need to say the parenthetical, I paraphrase. Whatever, it's funny.
He's paraphrasing to piss off.
Yeah. How'd it go?
Kurt yells out at me from 50 yards away.
I read that the opposite.
He's leaning on a power box next to a tree. I hasten my pace to stop him from shouting, but not so much that he'd think I'm uncool. Awful. What an asshole.
Told you. So, you coming?
Am I coming? It's tempting. Kurt's the first person to speak to me since I got here. Or rather, the first person whose job didn't involve speaking to freshmen. And God, do I really want to squander my chance of meeting someone just because I want to go home? I'll just end up moping around all day for sure. On the other hand, though, this guy, I don't know. I guess I don't have anything better to do.
That's a very relatable college experience. It's just like, you have fuck all to do for like an entire day. So it's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll hang out with this one person.
Yeah,
and
let's
then
do crimes with strangers.
Yeah.
Kurt walks
Those
ever
days
so slightly
were
ahead.
awfully boring.
Never quite experienced it. I went to college, but I never stayed at college. So I got to experience all of my time being sucked up by commuting to and from college.
Oh, you lived in hell.
Yeah, especially since my departure time often coincided with like rush hour. So the time to drive home took twice as long as the drive in. And my car didn't have my car was from the 80s, so it didn't have an air conditioner. So when California becomes 100 degrees for half the year, whee! Kurt walks ever so slightly ahead. He doesn't make conversation. He doesn't even turn to see if I'm still behind. Despite his leisurely stride, I need to take 3 steps for every 2 of his to keep up. We circle around the school's perimeter, hugging the fence. The scent of pines is stronger here, where there are less cars to mask it out. Those aren't pine trees, you can't trick me. After what feels like a mile, he suddenly stops and turns to face the road. Out of breath, all I manage is to shake my head at him quizzically. He simply points at some buildings and, without waiting, Jay walks towards the other side. Forced to follow, I break into a dainty little run.
Dainty little run.
We walk past some buildings into the playground. The sandbox is peppered with broken bottles, and the slide smells immensely of piss. At its far end, there's a hill. Most of the asphalt has been reclaimed by the roots of the nearby pines there, so at first I don't understand where Kurt is leading me on towards.
Making a playground this close to a college campus is just asking for it to smell like piss all the time. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that it wouldn't reek of cigarette smoke and pee.
No. Once we're on the other side, though.
Oh, this looks lovely.
Wanna go to my murder bunker?
We're here.
Hey man, I have like $20.
I'm not robbing you. Despite how easy that would be.
So, what is this?
This is no fun if I straight up tell you.
Kurt pulls out his hand out of his pocket to reveal that he's holding a key. Was he holding it this entire time? No, it was in his pocket.
I got him.
The key disappears into a rectangular protrusion in the door. A
Okay.
lock.
Yeah.
Moments later, it emerges along with a giant brick of a padlock, and the door cracks open.
Okay.
Neat.
After you. You have a lovely home, Kurt. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Such plentiful bodies.
Well, what do you think?
This is a cool effect.
It's neat.
It's a tunnel.
Ah, not just any tunnel.
It's a sex dungeon.
No. No, you fucking rube. It's a fallout shelter. I would rather just go into the nuclear war than live in this fucking catastrophe of a hallway.
Just this nightmare space. Okay, now I remember. I think I played this game before I met Illusory. Before he fucking showed up in the middle of our Bloodborne video to reveal that he like is totally furry visual novel pilled because of me. And like he has since like joined like Null playing games and talked about all of his like urban exploring that he used to do and stuff like that they based Javier on. And I think that like my mental note constantly whenever he talked about this stuff was just this intro of 922 of like this little fucked up area. I'm like, it'd be really weird just to walk around these places that like you're not supposed to be. And you don't know if the air is okay, the dust is safe or whatever, or if you'll, and that no one will know you're there. So don't get stuck. Kurt's words boom through the soupy air into the darkness. I don't want soupy air. That's a bad type of air. That's some Florida air.
Well, is it a minestrone or is it a tomato bisque?
Yeah. I guess it more or less works that he woke up in bed at the beginning of the story, because that gives him 30 seconds to exist as a character before shit starts happening to him. It isn't the dust here that's making my throat seize up, I think. It's the unmistakable stench of a crypt. How can a sealed space gather so much dirt? There's so much of it caking the walls and the floor that I worry that if I touch anything, I might never wash off. Deep recessions in the ground mark Kurt's path from his previous visits, like those pictures of astronauts' footprints on the moon.
That's a fuckload of dirt. Dust.
Yeah.
Was this built 300 years ago?
It's just you run a garden down here.
Oh, okay.
Of mushrooms, just mushrooms.
Oh, and sex.
Like in Terraria, yeah, a sex garden, which is also mushrooms. At least I hope they're Kurt's. Sweat begins to soak the back of my shirt, and I shiver. Kurt's silhouette stares me down like it's expecting something. A what?
You know, like when a nuke goes off?
I know that. I mean, what makes you say that? Kurt?
Well, what else could it be? Listen, I explored the shit out of this place. It's massive. There's shitty dormitory. Okay, yeah. There's shitty dormitories, shitty bathrooms, shitty everything. Come to think of it, it's a lot like the dorms the school rents out.
I think they're fine.
Except shittier.
I'm momentarily blinded by his frantic phone waving.
But get this, I went online to look this place up. Do you know what I found?
Nothing?
Yeah, actually, I found nothing. Don't be so smug about it, though. There's a lot of info out there. There's this huge community of weird Polish guys who go around the world cataloging this sort of thing. Real hardcore. And there aren't that many bomb shelters around. The next closest one is in Ohio.
Maybe they just didn't get around to it.
Nah, dude. They have a list, right? A list of every single bomb shelter in the entire world. And, look, I did my research. This place doesn't exist.
Then where are we?
What the fuck is happening? It's a secret fallout shelter. How cool is that?
I guess it's alright.
Discord's not going to make it easy to... It's going to filter that sound.
Hey, Kurt.
Yeah.
How...
I love you.
How did you find this place? Kurt's grin is almost audible.
I was afraid you wouldn't ask that. I found it.
You found it. You found it.
Oh, come on. Yeah, dude.
He giggles like a schoolgirl with throat cancer. Like a high-pitched Steve-O. And...
I'm kidding. One of the janitors dropped his keyring in the boys' room in the library.
God damn it. Now I'm definitely gonna get getting in trouble. And you just tried all the keys and all the doors on campus?
Yeah!
What?
Of course I did.
I mean, fair?
Yeah. This place wasn't the last place I found, actually. Oh, this place was the last place I found, actually. In case you were wondering.
It's fitting that you're doing the voice from Undefeated, because speaking of people who just open doors they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Mom's gonna be so
I wasn't
pissed when I'm
intending to do the
expelled.
voice from Undefeated, but I only have like 4 voices, so fuck it.
And 17 accents?
No.
What's with the newspaper clippings?
Oh, yeah.
Catfish too rough.
Fish too rough.
Mets bow
There-
4-2. Water sports goes to wire?
Yes. Water sports goes to wire.
Yeah, the
Indeed.
catfish. Water sports catfish.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it makes perfect.
Oh.
That looks like it's readable if you zoomed in enough.
It
looks
might
like
just say
real-
Lorem Ipsum.
That almost looks like real text. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It isn't
Ooh, my
Lorem
microphone.
Ipsum. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just what the fuck did you fucking say about me? Like, if I were making a visual novel, I would put something like that in it.
You'd just be
but,
copy
no.
pasting in memes or your old Wattpad fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Translate them into French, though.
so
no
no one
knows.
can ever know. No one could ever machine translate it out of French.
They're just in this hallway. I think the school used to use this place as some kind of museum.
Not so secret after all, then, is it? A puff of frustrated breath skims my ear.
Ew. Well, this is the part where it gets real fucking spooky. The school keeps it a secret for some reason.
Does it?
Have you ever heard about it?
I haven't heard about most things, and they're not secrets.
Yeah.
No, I guess not.
And it's weird, yeah? There are clippings from all the way back from 1971 when the Pilgrims came.
To Plymouth Rock.
And they continue up until 1995 the year Command and Conquer was released. Related? I think so. You'd think, oh yeah, this is a fallout shelter, so these must all be about the Cold War.
Why? I love Kurt. He's an idiot, isn't he? Like, nothing he says makes sense.
It's
so fucking funny. It's the Cold War, so what you do is you take all the clippings about the Cold War and you take them downstairs to your fallout shelter and you frame them.
I can't wait to find out that, like, Kurt has, like, one subject that he's, like, a fucking deep genius on, and, like, no one believes him until, like, all of a sudden it comes out where it's, like, he's incredible at, like, baseball facts.
Uh-huh. He's the mystery man who can only turn invisible when no one's looking.
Yeah, he can only play the piano when he's drunk. But you'd be wrong. There's sports stuff, TV stuff, some bullshit about video games.
Command and Conquer.
There's even a bunch of articles around the middle on Michael Jackson. And then they just kind of stop. Like, they don't slow down or anything. There's one from almost every single month between those years.
Alright, so look up who died in 1995. R.I.P. that guy's hobby, because he died. The end.
Yeah. Just one day?
That was the sound of him dying. He fell in the dirt. There's so much dirt down here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe whoever maintained this thing just died.
Yeah. I guess that would make sense.
I like that this
hey,
has the...
you're pretty smart.
This has the energy of, like, fucking, like, Greg and May just exploring somewhere they're not supposed to be in a night in the woods or something. Just sort of, like, aimless, like, isn't this fucking crazy? Is that an arm?
As you were saying.
Yeah.
There's a bit of contentiousness now all of a sudden. You're a real buzzkill, you know that?
I look up to Kurt, but he's not looking at me. Oh, shit. Did I say something wrong? I think I just fucked up. Well, thanks for showing it to me, Kurt.
Yeah, no problem. Let's get going.
Yeah, because he was doing the thing where he's practically like, this crazy place that I think about all the time and I've never showed anyone. Like, look, check out my ghost stories. And this person's like, but there's probably a logical explanation, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, can you shut the fuck up?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like, if they were in, like, a group or a public setting, then yeah, that would be a lot more annoying. Instead, I'm just like, Kurt, fucking chill out. Like, don't be so sensitive.
We don't say a word to one another for the rest of the way.
Jesus, he took this hard.
Once we're out, without much ceremony, Kurt pulls his key out of his pocket and Kurt clicks the door locked.
Yay.
No wonder it took him so long to find this door. It's completely unremarkable.
Hey, don't you ever fucking say anything about my ghosts again.
I mean, yeah.
We're in the Jefferson building. The one next to the Taco Bell. The speech is being held at the Bell Building Auditorium. Held in the Gordito's wing of this of this crunch wrap annex.
Head to the chorizo wrap.
I don't recommend going, but if you want to go, It's gonna be a bit of a trek.
Thanks.
And Spencer?
Yeah.
Did you keep this place a secret?
Of course.
Thanks, man. Anyway, I gotta get going.
He turns to leave. Wait. This is it. This is why I came here to begin with. You can do it, Spencer.
What is it?
Going for the kiss, going for the kiss.
Yeah, I love you.
Be still, my beating heart.
What's it gonna actually say?
Can I have your phone number?
No. Sure.
Absolutely not. Wow, you made a friend.
Do.
I can't believe it. Despite my best efforts, I hadn't gotten myself killed.
Despite my best efforts. Love that. Look, good irony.
Let's follow the weird guy that we just met into a tunnel. It's gonna be great.
Apparently.
Fucking moron. I'm on a bench, sitting a ways away from the Jefferson building. I breathe in, I breathe out. In, out. I let myself bathe in the handsome surroundings autumn provided. The amber on the ground, the whistle in the air. I mop my brow with the back of my sleeve for the 100th time. Do I really want to go to What's-His-Face's speech? Do I need to? My phone screen is completely black, save for some white digits. I watch them flick into 10:45. 5 more minutes. I'll calm down and then I'll decide. Yes, I got Kurt's number.
Okay.
I wonder if he has a girlfriend. That came in quick, Jesus Christ. I wonder if he has a girlfriend.
That's right.
Jesus Christ.
Haha, sorry.
So startling.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of feline is grinning at me and making stabbing motions with his outstretched palm. Who am I kidding? I know exactly who this is.
Andrew Park. I'm named that way because I'm in a park.
What do I name this character? Looks around.
You might have heard of my family. My grandfather invented the park.
We've been here for generations.
Jebediah Park. Anyway. I don't believe we've met.
This guy is everywhere. He shows up during orientation despite being an upperclassman. By the time it ended, he was already everyone's friend. A modern-day Dale Carnegie. Spencer. But you already knew that. Haha.
It's a pleasure. Mr. Fisher's speech is about to start, Spencer.
I fucking love this song.
Yeah. Good music. Shall we go?
He says it with full confidence. Like there's no way I'd refuse. God damn it. Sure.
If nothing else, this story is very unpredictable.
It's on its way to somewhere.
I apologize for our message being in such short notice. It was a surprise for us as well. As a result, my colleagues and I have been rounding up students who didn't receive it all morning.
The message? Your colleagues?
The student council.
As in those seniors that the school employs to keep everyone else in check? Uh-oh.
I guess you didn't receive the message. In either case, it's lucky that I found you when I did. I was just about ready to give up and head to the Bell building. And you looked pretty out of it. No offense.
I had a rough morning.
Sorry to hear.
We walk in lockstep. Andrew speaks quickly with a lot of gestures.
Oh, so he does.
Like he's competing to find the most creative way to fight off a swarm of invisible bees. No matter when I check his face, his eyes never seem to leave my face. Ah! He's got the follow me eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So much so, actually, that I find it difficult to focus on anything other than the ground.
Where are you from, Spencer?
Alright, calm down. Shit, I zoned out. I'm from,
I was going to say, this would be funny if we had, like,
Toronto.
multiple options. This was a branch.
Like it's a lie. I'm from Toronto. The town where when everyone says that, it always sounds like a lie.
Toronto? Really? You've traveled quite a long way. Can't say I've ever been. What brings you all the way out here, Spencer?
It's the tuition mainly.
Well, don't let the low price tag paint your impressions. You should know that the Harris Institute of Technology is the 7th best institute of technology worldwide.
So I have heard. How do you measure that? I feel the shakes are turning. Do you have a legitimate answer?
Kind of. I mean, there's all these like college rankings and stuff like that, and I assume that there's some like measure that goes into it. It might just be how much money people pour into it. I don't fucking know, or the newness of the buildings. But the thing that occurs to me is that being the 7th institute of technology in the world would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's a world-class university right there.
Yeah. You must be some kind of genius.
Yeah.
Any moment now, this guy's going to tell me he knows I snuck through that tunnel. He's going to put it on my permanent record or whatever, and he's calling my mom.
I have to be honest with you. It's a little embarrassing, but I don't think I've ever met anyone from Toronto. Could you tell me a little about it?
What do you want to know?
I don't know. What's the local dish there?
The local dish?
Yeah, in Toronto. What do you eat?
Burgers, mainly, I think. I don't know if I could have ever answered to anyone from anywhere I've ever lived what the local dish is.
Especially a city like fucking Toronto? Like, what does that mean? It's got a population of 800 billion or something.
Yeah, I'm like, I would never be able to answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone. It's a bit of a stereotype. Is that a stereotype about Toronto?
It is in this universe.
We eat lots of things.
Fascinating.
Andrew drills me for information all while we walk. It's as if he's trying to guess the answers to the security questions from my email. Either that or he hates walking with a stranger in complete silence almost as much as I do. Once we reach the steps to the Bell building, however, he stops and turns to me. So your mother's maiden name...
Before we go in, Spencer, a few words, if I may.
Here it comes. I know that look. He's gonna tell me I fucked up.
Your name popped up in our records twice already, and it's only been 2 weeks. Is everything all right, Spencer? Do you need any help?
I...
Don't feel pressure to answer now.
He pulls out a folded up sheet of printer paper from his pocket, and then he shoves it in my hands.
Was that in his hands the whole time? This contains the email addresses and phone numbers of the dean, of your faculty head, and your academic advisor. It also contains the contact details of most members of the student council, including my own. Please call only during office hours, but don't be afraid to send us an email at any time or day.
Thanks.
I'd like to stress that you aren't in trouble. Not yet, anyway. I don't know your circumstances, and it would be harmful for both of us to assume. But please try to make it so that you aren't absent from literally every single morning class. All right?
Huh. Fine.
Grand. Now, let's go in. The speech is about to begin.
He's eerie.
Yeah,
Do not like the cat.
everyone's kind of creepy so far.
Yeah.
It's really, really weird atmosphere.
It's when you have no friends and you're in a weird Roman column building.
Yeah.
You just were shipped to by your
Sponsored
family.
by Taco Bell.
Every location in this game is so bizarrely familiar to me. To the point where I'm like, does every college just look the same?
Yeah, they all
'Cause
kind of look like this.
I only went to the one.
This looks like it's a church, though. So there's curtains on both sides that are meant to dampen noise, which makes this a little bit strange to me, because that's what I would assume with like a performance hall. But this also isn't like a place where you would do performances, except like it could be like a church and you would have somebody like playing a guitar, you know, something like that. It's a
Yeah.
very odd looking place.
Yeah, I don't really know. I had a room like this, and I think it was for like. It's a really weird class that was like hard to even remember the name of. It was like the ethics of computer pro or something.
There is
Some kind of-
none.
Yeah, like some kind of like ethics. I think it was like a computer ethics class or something like that. It was like some kind of weird elective
Uh-huh.
I ended up in, just to try to
Uh-huh.
fill out the schedule. And that was like the one class I took in a weird tiny room like this that had the strange wooden paneling and little stage in the front. Because everything else just looked like a modern like lecture hall, which is to say there's just like a big whiteboard and a bunch of rows of
Yeah.
seats.
I don't know. This looks more like a church to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So where is the speech guy anyway? Fisher? It's 11:01. Andrew's in the seat next to me, cross-legged, giving the empty podium an uncomfortable smile. Not 5 minutes ago, he was just giving me shit for being late. And yet, here we are. Should I say anything? Maybe we're in the wrong place. Or maybe we came at the wrong time? Despite the Greek columns outside, this place is tiny. And even then, everyone who bothered showing up is diffused in pairs around the room. Wasn't this politician guy supposed to be some kind of big deal? I pull the phone out of my pocket and...
No phones in the classroom.
Asshole. So much for that.
I'm going to see what's going on.
Oh, yeah, sure, go right ahead. He squeezes past me, heads down towards the stage, and disappears behind the curtain. Guess I'm alone now. You're out of silence. You're out of line of
theater, is
sight.
it?
Book it. Oh my god, this guy. Fucking weird ass student council guy that's like, I'm the boss here. We're
It's
both
very
fucking
weird.
students.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I'll just use this time to relax.
He wakes up and it's fucking Silent Hill.
EP.
What the fuck is ever happening? What? Okay, he went to his goddamn mind palace.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's animated?
Looks nice.
So, this Andrew guy, he is definitely hiding something. Is he not? You'd have to be crazy to think otherwise, right? The way he just happened to find me right after the tunnel, and how he recognized my face and called me by my name. Like people do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really fucking me up watching the right side of the hammock and how it looks like it's going down with the stars every time, but it's clearly staying in the same place because the drawing is staying in the same place.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the effect keeps tricking me into thinking that the weird framing and the trees are moving too. And they're not
They might be subtly shifting. No, they're not, are they? They're just transparent.
As if, yeah,
but, like,
there's some fuckery.
It's like different layers of transparency. Some stuff is more opaque than others.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, he claims to have seen my record. If that's true, then how come he doesn't know where I'm from? Does this hammock make my nipples look big? And what's with the paper he gave me? Does he always keep a copy of everyone's numbers in his pocket? Does he often give it away? Probably.
Okay.
He seems like an asshole that would do that.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense. There's no other explanation. Andrew's deal is that either I've broken the law and he's trying to get me to confess, or Kurt has broken the law and they're trying to get me to snitch. Or maybe he's just a stalker who's trying to get into my pants. Yeah, definitely. What a creep.
He's not wearing pants.
And he wasn't this whole time. That's why it's his nightmare. His nightmare is every time. 9/22. He goes to the
1922.
He goes to the fallout shelter, then shows up at college campus, and he's at a lecture in front of a politician, and he doesn't have any pants.
And he looks down, and he's like, ah! And then he wakes up in a cold sweat.
At 9/22 again.
And then at the end of the story, it's 9/23. When he's broken the pantslessness cycle.
So what am I gonna do about it? Is there anything I can even do? I'm at a disadvantage here. After all, he represents the authority. He has his council behind him. And the school. There's no way around it. I'll just have to keep playing his little game.
Spencer?
Did you
fall asleep?
Hold on.
The fade in is weird.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. Could you come with me for a moment?
What's going on?
How should I say this? It's a little bit silly, but it concerns Mr. Fisher. It would appear that he's gone.
Andrew leads me down toward the stage, but instead of climbing it like he did last time, he takes a sharp turn and pushes open the fire exit next to it. I'm surprised to learn there's more to this building than just auditoriums.
I'm surprised? Okay.
We pass by classroom after empty classroom. Our footsteps echo through the empty hall. We reach classroom 107. The door is closed, and muffled voices could be heard from within. Andrew knocks
I've heard
once.
about 107. That's the haunted classroom.
That's where to keep all the ghosts. A big old pile. A ghost pile.
Everyone who dies on campus, we just put them in classroom 107 so they can all hang out with each other.
Andrew knocks once and enters without waiting for an answer. I follow suit. Long table. Whenever I was in a classroom that had this kind of setup, it was just a series of tables set end to end. They didn't bother having normal, like an actual table for the classroom that was made for it.
Oh, yeah, it's the cheapest fucking setup.
Yeah. Professor Clifford Reed, my sociology professor, is here. Beside him stand two men wearing identical baseball caps and identical plastic jackets. The unmistakable outlines of guns bulge out of the back of their pockets. They cut their conversation and stare with me. Reed stares at me too. I forgot how to read for a bit there. Probably the FBI. It's pretty good. That's pretty funny.
We'll keep in touch.
Reed follows them to the door. Once they're out, he holds the door closed behind them in silence, with his head down. I count along with him. He waits almost exactly 30 seconds before turning to face us again. Oh, look at this nerd.
Spencer Swain.
He accentuates every consonant in his nasally... You got it! In this nasally
I got
voice
it, yay!
of his that all weedy old men have.
Oh, dude.
It's hard to tell where this guy's wide-eyed expression is because he's surprised to see me. Normally in his lectures, he almost never blinks.
That's him. Do you know one another?
Yes, to an extent.
You don't have to be cryptic about it, Professor. I'm in your class.
Mr. Swain, I called you here because I have a few questions. Why won't you have a seat?
He gestures at the desk next to the whiteboard.
I promise I won't take much of your time.
Can I go back into the fallout shelter now? Andrew hops onto a nearby table. Reed remains standing, looking at the floor and allegedly thinking to himself.
Allegedly. That was probably the FBI, Spencer.
I guess I was wrong about Andrew hating long silences. He certainly has no issue with letting Reed drag this out. Mr. Reed?
That's Professor, young man.
I will kill this man.
Douchebag.
He wets his lips before speaking.
This morning, did you meet with Mr. Nelson Fisher?
What? The politician guy? I steal a glance at Andrew, and he's just smiling at me.
Why do birds?
No.
Perhaps then a relative you hadn't seen in a long time? Or any other strange man?
Is he talking about Kurt? Better play it safe. No. I got up late and went straight to school. Sorry. Reed chews on his cheek for a moment.
What about last week? Or the week before that?
Have you met any strange people in weeks? What? I shake
On
my
a
head.
college campus? No. Never.
Park, how many mornings was he absent from class?
8 times.
8 times?
Oh, he angry.
And you want me to believe you overslept those times too?
My heartbeat begins to accelerate, so I instinctively force myself to slow down my breath. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? I said I was sorry. Damn, Canadians are hard asses about college classes. In America,
No,
they're
he's
just-
from Toronto.
Well,
These are all non-Canadians.
Oh, I thought everyone was Canadian. He's just from other part of Canada.
Oh, there's other parts of Canada?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm going to Canada next week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, wow, you're preparing me.
The border control people are total assholes. Just I'm not even memeing about that. They fucking suck. So just be prepared for that.
Well, I'm taking a plane,
Oh, okay, then good. You're
so no one will
not gonna
notice
deal with
that I
them.
came there.
Oh, okay.
It'd be a secret. Don't tell anyone.
Oh.
I'm sneaking into Canada.
You-
The
Secret's safe with me.
I just thinking like in American schools, at least the ones I know about. I mean, the one I went to. If you don't go to classes, no one fucking notices. No one cares.
Yeah,
It's like,
No,
you
this
fucking
is-
paid to be here. If you're not gonna do it, whatever. that's the American attitude as far as I know to college. Unless you, I don't know, maybe Ivy League or some shit might be weird. But
I don't know. I just remember like
State
there would be
colleges
students.
don't pay attention to you.
There would be students who would like not show up to anything other than the midterm and the final, and they would think like, "Yeah, I got this," and then they would fail. But
Yeah.
there were people
No.
that tried.
Yeah. But I just think about how, like, back then I had a constant chronic fear that lasted years after college was over, which is always this idea that I'd wake up and realize that, like, I haven't, and just I'd have the sudden shock of memory that there's an entire class I hadn't been going to all semester, and now
That
I'm gonna
happens
fail
to
it.
everybody.
Like, you just, that's
That
just a
happened to my
fear you
mom. Happened to
have.
me.
Yep.
Yep. I
love how we go.
first-
I love how school just is traumatic. It's great.
I-
The thing about it.
I used to get that about high school. After I graduated with my master's degree, I would think like, oh shit, I flunked out of like high school calculus, so I need to go back and take that class again, which is like a fucking sitcom plot. But
Yeah.
like, I still had that.
Like they're gonna take
so
you
it's
back
so
into high
common.
school after you're graduated, or you'll lose your degree.
Yeah, this is weird.
I like that in your brain, this nightmare scenario is you at current age instead of regressing. You're like, me as an older adult needs to go back to high school to prove
I
I know
honestly,
I
that was
know
how
my
those
history.
dreams. That's how those dreams were. I thought I'd have to go back to high school as like a 26, 27-year-old guy. And I don't know. One of the greatest feelings in my life, though, was after I started working full time. Like, after a week, I realized I didn't have to do any
full-time on
homework.
Jump Street.
But I realized, like, after a week, I was like, holy shit. When I'm done with work for the day, I'm done with all of my responsibilities if I want it to be that way. I never have to do homework another beat of my entire fucking life. It was awesome feeling.
That is the worst part of my job, is that I don't just, like, go home at
you
some
don't get-
point of the day and be like, work's over. I just can fuck off now or do whatever I feel like.
Yeah. You can always go to those third places you were talking about so fondly in
If
your
I want
essay.
to buy one.
There is the library, but in California, you have to drive 800 miles to get to the nearest library. So,
And pay for parking.
Mhm.
I have chronic insomnia. I'm sure that if you checked your records, I gesture with my head to Andrew, you would have known this by now.
Insomnia, huh? Right, of course you do. Park, did you know about this?
We're on a casual last name basis.
Well, write it down and tell his advisor, too.
Reed turns his back to me and walks off to stare at the nearest wall.
What the fuck? Okay.
Mr. Swain, you're free to go.
He's pulling that fucking move that some people that are full of themselves do, where they turn their back to you when they dismiss you.
But there was FBI here too. And what the fuck is ever happening?
They're trying to figure out what happened to the politician. The whole school got shut down for a politician, and then the politician's gone.
Oh.
Did you forget? That's why we're here. Is because why we left the room is because the actual politician that whole thing was for just vanished.
Do you think that he
The FBI is not here because
in 1995?
the FBI is not here because he's truant.
I honestly thought that was the connection that was trying to be made. What I
yeah.
thought was that the main character is like assuming that the FBI is there to arrest him, like Spencer. Like he seems very, very
student.
paranoid. I think
having a series of like like paranoid delusions be the story of the game would be pretty amusing.
Yeah.
There's police. They're here for me. They have to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? That it? Hang on. What's...
Park, go fetch the other one.
The other one?
Yes, sir.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Hey! What the fuck's going on? Andrew's eyes dart between Reed's back and me.
A loud alarm goes off in the corner of the room as the death robots are summoned by swearing.
Yeah, the robots that scream with baby noises for some reason.
I'm afraid we can't divulge any further information, Spencer.
You're a fucking student council member. Shut the fuck up.
And I have all the power here.
He's tripping so hard.
Yeah. Now, please, if you could just
tell him. It will be all over the news tomorrow anyway.
There's a man. He's posing as Mr. Fisher. We've been informed that this is not the case. And we haven't yet been able to contact the real Mr. Fisher at this time. And the government tasked the student council leader with solving this mystery. I answered the call. What's more, well, we don't know if the two are connected.
Andrew's voice drops to almost a whisper, and, for the first time ever, his eyes tear away from mine.
The student has been found dead not far from campus. Strangled, it would appear. The authorities are already involved, and Spencer, if you have any information that you feel is in any way useful, anything unusual, even small things that are out of place, please let us know.
Well. What the fuck? Fair.
Uh-huh.
You can't just drop that kind of thing onto someone and immediately tell them to fuck off.
I don't recall telling you to fuck off.
Andrew's too fake to even call it by name. But what it is what it is, isn't it? A murder. Damn. I heard those were common around here. In America. Never would have thought
soon.
Never thought I would have gotten involved in one so soon. He must be in the United States.
What the fuck college has lockers? What?
Listen, you find some images online and...
Oh. And then you apply a filter to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guess I should be thankful for not meeting anyone in orientation. Thankful for standing.
Yeah, because this is all working out great for you, dude.
Yeah. Thankful for standing in a corner for 2 hours, pretending to mess with my phone. Too much a piece of shit to speak to anyone. Not this again. Could you imagine? You get to know someone, put in the effort, and then 2 weeks
then you
later,
murder them.
they have the gall to go off and get themselves killed. That's not a good time for stairs, actually. Let's not try stairs. God, I'm
Vertigo.
so fucked.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Sure did find a good day to sneak into school. Reed knows, sneaky fucker. He must think he's so smart for not asking me directly how I got into school. Of course they got cameras set up around the bomb shelter. Did you see how fast Andrew found me? And I even went out of my way to speak to that guard. Fuck. Should I have just went back to the dorm when I could? Oh, jeez. He's doing great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Spencer. Settle down. Breathe. Let's look at it logically. Sneaking in is probably not as bad as murder. And they made it abundantly clear that they don't think it's me. So at worst, it's what? Breaking and entering? And I wasn't even the one doing the breaking. That was Kurt. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna barf. Kurt. That was a real weird line of questioning Reed pulled there. Was he trying to get me to say that Kurt's pretending to be Fisher? Or what is it? That he's claiming to be my long-lost cousin or something like that? Reed wanted to know about this guy that's been around as Fisher. That's going around as Fisher. That's the murderer in their eyes. And the other one. That must refer to Kurt. Is Kurt the murderer here? Is that what's going on? He fits the profile, doesn't he? A male in his 20s. Has a problem with authority. Listens to shitty music.
Like super furniture.
Oh, God. Super furniture. No, shut up. This doesn't make any sense. Kurt had plenty of opportunities to kill me. He could have led me into one of those shitty side rooms in the shelter. He could have easily overpowered me, slit my throat, and left me where I fell. You've seen how filthy that place is, haven't you? It will be years until my body is found. You doing good, buddy? You need a Tums? And...
Been there, buddy. Been there.
This edible ain't shit. And look, right? Reed sent fucking Andrew to go fetch him. If he suspected Kurt was the murderer, he wouldn't have sent him, would he? Like the student council is in charge of the murder suspect. Where are you going, Spencer?
This is what happens when you wake up at 9:22, kids.
Who, me? I guess I'm a little dizzy. Don't worry, it's fine. I just need a moment to cool down. How you doing, bud? Oop, that's not a good sound. That was incredible timing.
Mm-hmm. It's 9:22 p.m.
The witching hour. The student that eventually found me apparently thought I was dead. One of the night school students screamed her lungs out, I'm told. He was in the girls' restroom.
My parents told me to stay far away from those night school kids.
Yeah.
They're not so bad.
Not only was there a body in the girls' bathroom, but it also belonged to a boy.
Bleh.
When I came to, there was an entire troop of them, hovering over me, climbing over each other, repeating the same stupid questions over and over. 15-year-old me would have loved the attention. Are you okay? Do you need water? Should I call a doctor? God,
Fuck
I'm
'em
so
all.
glad they didn't. Spending the night in the hospital would have really put the cherry on top of the terrible cake that was today. Anyway, I fought them off.
Wait, cherry on top of cake? That's gross, right? Because cherries go on pie?
Cherries go on cakes, don't they?
I don't know.
I think most cakes are
Maybe
gross.
some of them. Yeah,
I think cake is bad, and pie is good.
I agree.
And then I went home. That was 6 hours and 23 minutes ago. 6:23. It's like 9:22, but not at all.
That was 6 hours and 23 minutes. Compared to what? What point of time reference?
It's how long ago came home.
Oh,
He's
got
been
it.
here
Okay.
for that long.
Okay.
I can't sleep. I've been tossing and turning in bed for hours. It's too hot under the blanket, so I stick out my leg. My leg is too cold, so I pull it back in. I'm the beef and bean filling of the burrito I made out of my bed sheets. The chorizo wrap. In this metaphor,
Sponsored by
however,
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell from the Taco Bell Hall. We'll kidnap your politicians only at the Bell. Someone forgot me out on a table somewhere, and I got all tepid and soggy.
No, I hate when you feel that way.
My nose is itchy. My mouth is full of spit.
Whoa.
I keep being reminded of my breathing. I got up to pee 4 times already. 4. Am I sick? Am I pregnant? Is that what's going on? Preg? I guess there's no way around it.
Finally.
I'll find one. I can find a VN about that real fast. I'm up.
I should keep my mouth shut.
It's 40 minutes past midnight. Now what? Well, pooped him.
Yeah.
You raise a good point, stomach. The only thing I ate all day was that toast. Which I barfed up.
Why is it looking at us when he said it?
Fine, whatever, let's get some food. I pull my gross, sweaty shirt back on. Its scent no longer reminds me of Mom.
Oh, it's ruined.
You know. Brought to you by...
They better say 7-Eleven. They better not pull the visual novel thing where it's like, we go to corner store 922.
They literally already said Taco Bell and Michael Jackson.
I know, but this would be so fucking funny to do that
A
trope.
giant 7-Eleven logo pops up on the screen, and they're like, we went to Johnny's Durango. Hilarious what your mind does when you think does to you when you're stressed out. The streets are eerily silent. I wouldn't have even noticed any other night, but every person I pass by, every rev of some distant car's engine, make the hair on my back stand on end. The 7-Eleven's parking lot is almost entirely empty. The Toyota must belong to one of the staff. That's something I should not have noticed. I mean, of course it is. Who else would go out at this time of night? And now all of this branding, none of this will be acknowledged. Are those snowballs?
No, don't point it out.
The plan is as follows: acquire beer, acquire egg sandwich. Bad
We're
choice.
the same person.
No. No. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, not at the same time, but sometimes at the same time.
That's a sad combination. Egg
Well,
sandwich
you know
and
what?
beer. I literally just finished ramen with an extra egg in it, and then I went for a beer afterwards, and I'm like, egg and beer? No, this is not a great combo. Not loving this follow-up.
I had pizza earlier today, and
See, that's
well,
a beer.
Okay.
That's a beer thing.
Well,
Pizza
yes.
beer.
Yeah, so
Because there's no egg on
this
a
was
pizza.
like a work
unless you're
event.
psycho.
It was a work event. It was like a morale. Why am I phrasing this so fucking weirdly? I had a team morale boosting meeting, and they brought free pizza and what I thought was just like regular cider and like LaCroix and stuff like that. Nope. Turns out it was hard cider, and it was 9% ABV hard cider. So I was just happily drinking this thing, and I was like, why am I getting a little bit fucked up? Just a little bit here. And my stomach has not been the same since then.
Oh no.
But we're okay.
Cider, I hardly knew her.
Uh-huh.
When I enter, I'm blasted by an Arctic gale.
It's Articuno.
Some 15 pp. Some idiot must have left the AC on despite the temperature outside.
Jeez.
The air reeks of industrial cleaner. A perfect match for the fluorescent fluorescent lamps that make everything look like a commercial for bleach. The cashier is on a stool behind the register watching anime on his phone. That's good. The less we acknowledge each other's existence, the smoother this operation will go. Booze is simple. There's half an aisle dedicated to it.
Mm-hmm.
I make a short survey through the price tags until something cheap catches my eye. Old Milwaukee Ice. Never heard of it. But beer is beer, right? It'll taste the same. It does not.
I just...
All light beer tastes the same, but...
Yeah, because it doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah. It's like, you might as well just give up and have, like, Trulies and stuff at that point instead of bothering with, like, all of the Coors Lights and things. You're like, why am I doing this to myself?
Just have a fucking Heineken.
Trulies have flavors.
Man. Yeah.
Sandwiches, in theory, should be likewise straightforward. I know exactly what I want. Foot long, that's too much. Egg salad with extra mayo, tuna, corn, diced pickles. I don't like this.
Go to a Subway.
I don't like that list of things. And that's a complicated sandwich for a gas station.
I mean, it better fucking be there or this guy's gonna murder somebody.
My brain just caught up with the fact that 7-Elevens are usually not gas stations. Was this one a gas station?
Every 7-Eleven I've ever been to was also a gas station until I moved to the West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast 7-Elevens are often just convenience stores.
It's odd.
I don't remember
like
if there
it.
was pumps outside or not.
No, they're Twerent.
Twerent pumps. I don't like imagining this combo.
Egg salad with extra mayo. That's an okay start.
Yeah.
Diced pickles. Tuna and diced pickles is a little bit... I don't know. It's fucking... maybe in Toronto this is what they eat.
I feel like all I would want to add to an egg salad is lettuce or hot sauce.
Yeah, hot sauce is good.
Tuna, corn, and diced pickles are all very strange concepts to me. I don't want to find
There's
corn in my egg. That's a bad thought.
Maybe there's somebody in Ohio
Corn
who's
mixed
right.
in to something else gives me like a vommy feeling.
No, it's not a great texture. But like I said, maybe there's like some person in Ohio who's just like, wow, you're insulting my entire 800-year culture of like food here.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like something that somebody would make and insist is good, but only because they've been exposure therapied to it for generations.
Like Moxie. Take her home, disrobe her of that cellophane wrap, and throw her under the broiler for 10 minutes, alright? You got some good ideas here. Delicious. Or at least it would be if I could find that damn thing.
Well, what the fuck? I didn't find it here?
An anxious thought creeps up the back of my neck.
Does he have any other kinds of thoughts?
No. What if they don't have them here? All 7-Elevens had them back home. But this isn't back home now, is it? The strange gas station-less 7-Eleven. This is some backwater murder county. Double the murders, none of the sandwiches. I moved methodically, top to bottom, left to right. No sandwiches left unturned, under the desperate pretense that I'd find the object of my desires if I just looked behind them all. Please, God, no. Anything but that. Please don't make me speak to the cashier.
Is it going to be Kurt?
Excuse me.
Oh, no, it's a friend.
He's friendly. Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know this guy. We met in orientation. What's his name? Great.
Yes, sir. How may I...
His name changed. Cody.
It's awesome.
I love that it's actively guessing his name.
It's great.
Actually, genius use of the format. It's immediately fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ah!
What? Shouldn't have talked to the cashier.
Shouldn't have talked to the cashier.
Are you alright? Ian?
Spencer?
Yeah, Ian?
Spencer! You're alive!
He strides out from behind the counter and grabs me by the shoulders. Should I not have been?
Holy shit, dude! You won't believe it if I told you. I found a dead body this morning. And I thought, wow, Spencer would think this is really cool. But then I looked down and it was you.
And now I'm at work the same day. It does have that Night in the Woods energy of like, is that an arm? The time they just find a fucking arm on the sidewalk and don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. And I was dead certain it was you.
Well, now we know why they asked them about family members.
No.
A chill runs up my spine. What?
Well, obviously you aren't. You have no idea. It's such a weight off my mind. Unless there's some Bruce Willis crap going on. You're not a ghost, are you?
Oh, I thought you meant Bruce Willis, like from the time travel movie where there was two Bruce Willises, and one of them was played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh.
We went different
Will-I.
places. The Will Eyes Bruce. So stupid.
Yeah.
So much for sleeping tonight. I haven't seen that movie. Oh, Zoomers.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you weren't a fan of classic literature or movies. You see, turns out that Bruce Willis was dead all along.
Just that I didn't see it, but thanks.
Yeah. Oh, he just spoiled it. You're right.
But which Bruce Willis movie?
Undefeated. Wait, Unbreakable. Damn it.
I still haven't actually watched Unbreakable.
I don't think it's very good at all.
I heard that all of the sequels are very bad.
There are sequels to Unbreakable?
Oh, you don't know?
Oh, man. I really hated the first. Is Bruce Willis even in Unbreakable?
Yes. He's the Unbreakable,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
I hope so.
It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie about a guy that's like unbreakable. He's Bruce Willis.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah, there was a movie called Split with Tom Hardy, where he has a split personality. Each personality like has different vibes. Like they're kind of murdery, and one of them's got like super strength and stuff like that. And in that one, the M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end was that it was a sequel to Unbreakable, and that it's like the same universe as Unbreakable. So then they made Glass, which is the one about Glass, the
thing that he stepped on.
Was it Morgan Freeman? I don't remember who played Glass. I haven't watched Glass either. But like, there's like it's fucking, I think it was Samuel Jackson, I think he's like a guy from the Unbreakable movies or whatever, and like he wanted to like pit the superheroes against each other to prove the superheroes existed or something. I think Split was like relatively well received once upon a time, except for the part where it's an Unbreakable movie, and Glass was very poorly received because it was made with $0. So they clearly like had each actor for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And filmed them all separately and with separate stuff, and then they had them just like fight in a parking lot.
Well,
like the
I
level.
appreciate you giving me a breakdown of the series of bad sequels to a movie I didn't like in the first place.
Yeah, so now about Jarhead sequels. You won't believe how many Jarhead movies there have been.
What can I get you?
Hang on. Why did you think I was... Do you guys have egg salad sandwiches here? The ones with tuna and mayo?
Oh. I mean, we have them in the back room, but are you sure you aren't dead?
That fucking expression is incredible.
Yeah.
So, can I get one, please?
I don't know, actually. I'm not supposed to leave the register unattended. Hold on. I'll call my boss.
Actually, the lengths one must go to for a good sandwich.
All right, Camus. One must picture Spencer happy.
How about I man the register while you're away? I won't tell anyone, promise.
Sounds good to me. I'll be right back.
He's an ermine.
Oh.
He's a funny little guy.
Yeah.
It's funny because I just got sprites for my VN today.
Yeah, I
There's
saw.
a fucking ermine in it. Look at
Wow.
him. You get to see him.
Doing their shit.
Ah, such nostalgia. It's like when Mom used to enlist me to work at the register at whatever gas station she used to work at. She denied it every time I confronted her about it, but I always knew that she was sneaking out back to have a smoke.
That bitch.
No amount of Tic Tacs could ever conceal the nicotine on her breath. I don't know if that's the part that you smell. The smell of nicotine. What's taking so long?
And detergent.
I scrutinized the aisles for an entire 11 minutes before Ian comes back to take my place. I got the 11, I gotta wait for 7.
Yeah. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Don't mention it.
I found your nasty sandwich.
He waves it around like a flag.
Man, let me tell you, it was not easy to find.
This guy.
Would that be all?
I tapped my finger on the beer I chose.
No. Sorry to be a wet blanket, Spence, but I can't sell you this. I'll definitely get fired if I do. It won't look good on a resume, you know? Just don't mention it. Especially if it's only a job you've been on for a week. Just don't put it on your resume.
Yeah.
I just started here last week.
It's cool, I'm legal.
What? You? Whatever you say, bud. I don't suppose you have some fake ID to back that up?
I handed my real ass driver's license. 1988. He's older than me.
Huh.
He's older than me. It expires
older than me
4
too.
years ago.
Ah,
What
wow.
year is this set in?
I
What
guess it would
country
be.
is this? What is this driver's license? Is it Canada? Is this sort of like
I don't
Canada?
know.
Actually, I don't know what different. I don't even know what different states' driver's licenses look like, though. Actually,
They look pretty different, but usually they have like a state on them as opposed to nothing.
blue. It's a blue driver's license. That's his signature. Just spam. Spencer Swain.
I can't even tell that it's fake. You picture, by the way.
Shame about what happened since. So, there's no way a good way to segue into this kind of question. About this body, Ian's hand freezes midway through putting my booze in a bag.
What about it?
What made you think it was me? Why am I doing this? My issue here is, so we're supposedly old enough to drink.
Uh-huh.
Which I assume is 21.
It might not be. We might be in Europe.
With so many options. Yeah, I was like, is it 18 in Canada? I don't know. I'm thinking about American laws or what I do and don't know about them. But I'm like, I think it's illegal for him to sell it to us if he's not 21. Isn't that how it works? Do you have to be 21 to sell alcohol or just handle it?
I think you have to be 21 to like serve alcohol. But I think you can sell it, but fuck if I know.
Oh, it's like you can be younger at a gas station, but you have to be 21 to be a waiter.
Yeah,
sells
exactly.
Alcohol or something.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? I'm going to hate the answer.
You don't have any brothers by chance, do you?
'Cause bad news. I'm an only child.
Because if you did, now you don't. It's just that. Oof. Fine. Let's just get it out there. You look so much like you, Spencer.
He twiddles with the handle of the grocery bag as he speaks.
How do you do that? What? They're usually plastic pieces of shit. All right. Whittle away, young Ian, you god. There's this park not far from here.
The piss one.
Oh, the park that smelled like a booze, I guess?
It's the piss park. It smells like piss.
Yeah. I was just passing by it, right? And then, bam! Some guy's just laying there, right at the side of the road. So I come in closer, all like, hey, buddy, this is no place to sleep. Turns out he wasn't sleeping after all. Later on, they told me that guy was strangled. Makes sense, right? There wasn't any blood. God, Spencer. He was wearing the same clothes you wear. Hell, the ones you're wearing right now. Well, his were a little bit less stinky. Hee. But he was a border collie just like you. And he was short and skinny just like you. And I know that you live around here somewhere. And maybe I didn't get a good look. And I only met you a couple of weeks ago. And even though his face was all messed up, I thought
Shit. He's visibly shaking. I'm shaking too, but that's par for the course. It's a shaky breed. I hate this. This is awkward. What should I do? Hey, Ian. Would you like some of my beer?
Now that's a way to make a friend. Thanks, but I can't. That counts as if I sold alcohol with the intent of it being given to someone below drinking age. And I'm below drinking age, also at work.
Tough customer. All right, Mom, let's see if your old tricks still work. You didn't take your break yet, did you?
No, why?
Did you know that you're technically not at work when you're on a break?
That sounds fake.
And as for the booze, I crack open the can, take a sip. Revolting. And hand it over to Ian. I'm sharing my own beer with an unaffiliated friend.
Thanks, Spencer.
So, what's that you've been watching?
Oh, you saw that? This new show called K. Oh, you fucking weeb. Oh.
Do you know what K-On is?
Barely, but like it is. You're that's like level 3 weeb. Okay, like
yeah, I don't know what it is.
That's pretty deep into weeb.
Deep in the weebs.
You want to see? Never answer that affirmatively for your own good.
They're bonding. Yeah, there really is no gas pump.
Yeah.
We're teaching people culture this day. Ian holds me hostage until I'm literally falling over. It's 4:02 a.m. by the time I reach home. I immediately fall asleep. Well, that's good, except for the time of it. But you slept at all. Seems
well,
to
I mean,
with
you
that.
can wake up at 9:22.
When I was at my peak of sleeping really badly, I always fell asleep at 4.
Yeah.
Can't
It's
believe
awful.
this bullshit. Who takes 3.5 hours to go to 7-Eleven? I got maybe a half a night's sleep. Details from yesterday fade in one by one. Did I really throw up in a girl's bathroom? And followed some shady guy into a dirty basement. Also, apparently, I died. Certainly feels like I did. Fine, let's see the damage. 9:22. The clock says 8. Huh. I love his own surprise at his own alarm clock. I get up.
Is
Fish
he gonna
around
wake
for
up
my
in another
flip-flops.
body?
I don't
or
know.
something?
I don't know where it's going. What do you do with that? It's named after a time. And he wakes up the next day after he supposedly died. Like, there was another him that dresses like him and looks like him, and he died. And the politician's missing. It's a bizarre amount of intrigue and like stuff. And I'm fascinated by the setup because I have no idea which direction it's going in, or like, is it going to go into like insane genre fiction? Is it a conspiracy? Is it a time loop? I don't know yet.
It better fucking go somewhere.
It's like, what if
because
it's
this is
like,
a...
what if the fucking day repeats? You're like, wait, hang on.
Yeah.
But I genuinely don't know what happens next.
I have no idea either.
You know, I fish around for my flip-flops only to remember they're right where I left them. I put them on. Since the floor is freezing cold in the morning, maybe I should get a rug. I feel shaky on a good day. Staying up till 4 a.m. drinking beer might not have been a good call.
No, don't. It's always a good call.
Yeah. I grab a drink of water. It's like re-wetting a sponge. I just kind of come back to life. Like those expanding toy dinosaur eggs. like a sponge. Second metaphor, but they're both sponge. Wait, were those things just sponges all along? I think I just blew my own mind.
Oh, we got a curd on our hands.
I remember reading about radiation poisoning. Apparently, if you get it bad enough, you feel worse and worse, and then your body just kind of gives up. And for a little while, you feel fine. That must be it. Because this is the best I've felt in weeks. 8:08. I take a leak. I wash my hands. I let the electric toothbrush buzz around into my skull for 4 recommended half minutes. 8:17. I shower, got plenty of time to let it get nice and warm. Not too nice though. It's always something. I can just picture myself zoning out in the warm water, only to realize an hour has somehow gone by.
Get a clock in the... They have waterproof clocks, man.
I rummaged through the closet for a fresh shirt. The one from yesterday. Gah.
It smells like tuna and mayo and corn and...
The one from yesterday goes in a bag. Next time I call Mom, I gotta ask her what detergent she's using. Mine doesn't seem to wash the stench of concentrated social awkwardness away.
Yeah.
I put some bread in the toaster. I decide to treat myself by setting the little dial to 3. I wait for toast. I wait for the other shoe to drop. First period starts at 9 at Dotery Hall, 12 minutes away. What time is it? It's 8:36. Yeah. That's no problem at all. This morning, I remembered to disable airplane mode. I regret it immediately. Like 100 messages arrive at the same time. They're all from Ian? Stuff about the dead body he found. I'm having such a nice morning. I don't want to read it all right now. What, does he think that after I left I went back to being dead? What's he know anyway? He thinks that egg salad sandwich is bad. Which, in actuality, it turns out, it gives you superpowers.
I think that the contention was not with the egg salad part, but all of your, like, DLC.
The increasingly upsetting series of add-ons. The toast. I go to school. The train doesn't block the way. Kurt doesn't sneak up on me. No crazed stranglers I could see. Nice morning. Crisp. The sun's still fresh on the horizon. Maybe things are going to be okay. A dangerous sentence at the beginning of a visual novel story. Got terrible news for you, but we'll have to see how that turns out next time, I think.
The sun is still on the horizon at 9 a.m. Are they fucking in Alaska? Like, Jesus.
You know, it's horizon-ish. It's horizon-like.
No, keep going for a bit.
Let him have this.
It's an intriguing thing.
You want to keep going?
This one. Just a little bit, because I want to see let's get to the next what the fuck moment, and then we'll be good.
How many classes did I miss again? I have absolutely no idea what the professor was talking about. Hot nervousness creeps up my back, and then settles queasily in my stomach. When they spoke of the college life experience at orientation, was that what they meant?
Sure.
Soon, my subject notebook's full of frantic illegible scribbling. Probably 30 fewer pages of it than I'm supposed to have. Not quite 20 minutes after the bell, I'm retreating into my phone screen. I need to focus now more than ever, but I'm reaching out for any distraction. Those million messages from Ian will do.
Could be 2.
Somehow I don't recognize... Someone I don't recognize shoots me a glance. I switched the phone off. Did they see?
You okay? Oh, yeah. You've got calc next period, don't you? You worried about the exam?
Huh? Oh. Shit. There's an exam next period. I completely forgot. I feel sick. My eyes slide back to my phone. How long do I have to catch up on 2 classes? The clock says 9:22.
Mm-hmm. Is he gonna wake up?
Once again, back at the park. Back in high school, the teachers used to tell my mom my grades sucked because I was lazy. He's a smart boy, they would say. He's such a good student, if only he gave a shit.
I don't know if your teacher said that.
Well, Mom, I guess my teachers were wrong after all. Well, Mom, I guess my teachers were wrong after all. I studied all fucking weekend for this damn exam, and none of it stuck. So much for turning a new leaf. Ah!
Yeah. Yo!
Ian left the exam room a minute before I did. And I left the exam room 20 minutes before the time was up. Seems he's pretty confident.
How'd it go?
It was... okay. It was okay.
Nice. What do you get for question 3?
Which one was
Spencer's
that?
sprite has a different shirt on. I kind of like that.
The detail of
But Ian's
changing
wearing the same
clothes.
shit. Yeah. It was one where we figure out which number made the function continuous. I got 1. I'm now winning a Millennium Prize in mathematics for it.
Yeah. Which number?
You know, the one with the variable a, like find a such at.
There were a bunch of questions with A's in them.
I don't think he did well. Hey, Spencer. What's a continuous function?
It's when it's a function from your face to shut the fuck up.
Okay, we can probably call this now for the night. Okay.
Is Bird ready for bed? But what if the big lore drops in 2 seconds?
I don't think it will. I don't think it's gonna happen in the same conversation as this one. What the fuck was that?
That was funny.
Wow.
Don't quiz me right now, bro. You don't know what I've been through.
I don't know what he's been through, and I've been watching him for an hour.
I'm excited about this one. This has been a lot of fun.
It's been fun. It's just like,
I'm very amused by
what
this
the
one.
fuck?
All right, everybody. See you next week.
See you.